At the TNA Final Resolution PPV last night, no titles changed hands. One of the Jeffs is going to be fired, and the winner of the AJ Styles Bobby Roode Iron Man match for the world title was no one. Alright, so in case you missed the Final Resolution pay-per-view last night, the card was pretty decent, the matches were good. The ending itself I thought was terrible, the way it ended. Could have been such a great match, and I don't know. First, I'm just going to run down the card real quick. Rob Van Dam beat Christopher Daniels to open the show on a five-star frog splash. Next, Robbie E retained his TV title against Eric Young in what was a good match. Sorry guys, I can't really talk today. Crimson and Matt Morgan retained their tag team titles against the Pope and Devon. Next, Austin Aries retained his X Division title against Kid Cash and was a really good match. I'm a big fan of the X Division matches. They're just fast-paced, they're like cruiserweight matches, fast-paced, quick, a lot of action. There's one point where Kid Cash had Austin Aries on the top rope and set him up for the powerbomb, and in midair, Austin Aries reversed it into a Hurricanrana, or a head scissors takedown if you want to get technical. And the crowd's chanting "Holy shit!" and it was a sick move, and an overall great match. Austin Aries ended up winning on the Brain Buster to retain his title. Gail Kim retained her Knockouts Championship against Mickie James. Madison Rayne came down to the ring and gave the assist to Gail Kim. Kind of like hit Mickie James. James Storms beat Kurt Angle on the super kick. It was a great match. There's one point where James Storm went for the super kick and Kurt Angle reversed it into an angle slam, and James Storm kicked out, and then Storm ended up hitting super kick and getting the 3 count for the win against the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. The next match was the Jeff Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett match. If Hardy won, he got a title shot, and whoever lost would be fired. But Sting made a stipulation that if Jarrett lost, either him or Karen would be fired. So Jeff Hardy ended up winning on the Twist of Fate. He hit a couple of them throughout the match. There's one point he hit a Twist of Fate. Jarrett was down in the middle of the ring, and Jeff went to the top of the cage, went for a swanton bomb, and missed it. Jeff Jarrett moved out of the way, but it was, the crowd again was chanting Hardy, holy shit. That was the good thing about the pay-per-view. There's a couple holy shit moments, and Jeff Hardy diving from the top of the cage is definitely great. But Jeff ended up hitting a Twist of Fate on Jarrett. There's too many Jeffs in this match. They gotta cut that out. But Hardy hits Twist of Fate on Jarrett to pick up the win. Sting grabbed the mic, said this Thursday on Impact, someone's getting fired, and gives a woo ta ta. But just a little spoiler alert. You might want to go a couple seconds if you don't want to know who gets fired. But Jeff Jarrett does get fired because just to get him out of storylines for now, because he's doing something in India with TNA. And that's just to get him out of storylines. Jeff Hardy will get his world title shot at Genesis, I think is the next pay-per-view, against Bobby Roode. That should be a great match. The main event of the evening was the AJ Styles vs. Bobby Roode 30-minute Iron Man match for the world title. Again, I didn't catch some of the match. I apologize. When I started watching, it was tied 2-2, and AJ Styles, he went top rope, did his moonsault, and then caught him, went into a reverse DDT, and then he went springboard 450 splash to pick up the pin. So AJ was up 3-2. Then a little back and forth. Bobby Roode went for the pin, and he has feet on the ropes for leverage, and got the 3 count. So it was tied 3-3. The match was going on, and time was running out. Bobby Roode was running on the outside of the ring, and time ran out, and the match ended in a 3-3 tie. So Bobby Roode retained, and he was celebrating on the ramp. Crowd was chanting 1 more minute or 5 more minutes or something. AJ was calling for Sting. Roode was celebrating. That's how the show ended. In my opinion, that was a really stupid ending. I know sometimes they like those cheap victories for the heels to get them more over with heel heat, but it's just, AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode Iron Man match. When I think of that, I think of a great match, and they did put on a great match, or at least from what I saw. But it just, the ending just completely ruined it. In my opinion, could have completely ruined the entire pay-per-view. It's just, it's one of those things. Both guys are, extremely talented and can put on one hell of a match. And just to end it like that in a 3-3 tie, I think it should have been overtime. In fact, I kind of wanted it to be overtime. When I thought of this match, I was thinking, I hope it ends in a tie and they go to overtime and something happens. But it just ended, and I just felt that was really stupid. Alright guys, so that's it for the TNA Final Resolution pay-per-view. Impact is on Thursday on Spike at 9 o'clock. So check that out if you want to see the the fallout from this pay-per-view. See what happens. Remember, follow me on Twitter. At Double M. I was tweeting throughout the entire pay-per-view. I was tweeting throughout all SmackDown Friday. I will be tweeting throughout these Slammy Awards tonight, starting at 8 o'clock. As well as Tribute to the Troops tomorrow. So follow me on Twitter. We can talk wrestling. And that's it for now. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Like the video if you like the video. And that's it. And I'll see you guys later.